You can also download Radio Garden, the same thing, or directly Radio Biafra London. You can also download it directly. Therefore, you have no excuse not to listen to this hallowed platform. Therefore, as you may know, today we have some of our European coordinators and our able European rep also. Therefore, I will hand over the microphone to Mazi Abanyim in order to take over and continue. Mazi, please, welcome to the program. There we go.
Good day to all Biafrans all over the world, depending on your time. My name is Mazi Austin Abayim. I come from Amike. Amike is in all province of Biafra land. And by the grace of God, I continue to serve the indigenous people of Biafra as a European representative. Once again, as promised, we have come here with the second batch of the European national coordinators today to inform our people over the world that Biafrans are still moving ahead unapologetically towards the restoration of Biafra. We have come to dissect, we have come to inform, and we have come to disseminate the information regarding our agitation for Biafra freedom. So I want to start by praying for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who is our leader, the man who called us all who woke us up from our slumbers via Radio Biafra. And this is the platform where we worship. This is the platform where we gather. And this is the platform where we disseminate the truth. That same truth that is sharper than two-edged sword that is destroying the zoo called Nigeria. Because the only way to destroy darkness is to turn on the light. When you turn on the light, darkness will disappear. So the absence of light means darkness, and that's where Nigeria is at the moment. We have come to turn on the light again this evening to ensure that darkness will disappear. We pray that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu shall be sustained by the mighty hand of Chukwu Kabiama wherever he is. He is the prisoner of conscience who has been detained illegally by the Nigerian government since 2021 after being kidnapped and extraordinary rendition from Kenya to Nigeria, and ever since has been in a solitary confinement in the DSS dungeon, despite all the court orders to release him and apologize to him for the infringement of his fundamental human right. What we are asking is referendum, and the call for referendum is never a call for war or violence. It is a democratic process practiced all over the world, including in Britain. This is the reason why Britain is no more in the European Union. They made use of this democratic process called referendum and voted themselves out of European Union. So I've said it last time when we were on air, last Saturday evening, that the only way Nigeria can destroy IPOB is to offer us referendum. They have and billions of dollars. They couldn't destroy IPOB because it is not man-made. IPOB is made in heaven and is sustained by the power of Chukwu Kabiama himself. So the only way to destroy us is to offer us referendum, and after which If we fail, we are going to stop the agitation for Biafra freedom. This is not a threat, it's a promise. So we pray that Chukwuabiam will continue to sustain Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and the other Biafrans who have been held illegally in different detention centers in the so-called Nigeria. Sustain them and give them grace. Give them strength, give them knowledge and wisdom, as well as our legal teams, those who are working for their freedom. Success shall be their portion, both now and forevermore. We pray for ESN. They are the backbone of this struggle, our last line of defense. Without them, Biafra land would have been a history by now, because the plan of the enemies were to take over Biafra land immediately Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped, to destroy IPOB and then destroy ESN and take over our land. That was their main target. But they have failed woefully and will continue to fail, because Biafra has come to stay. Biafra has come to stay. Nobody born of a woman can destroy IPOB. So we pray that ESN shall continue to be strengthened, continue to be equipped, and continue to be encouraged to continue to do that work that they have been doing gallantly, both men and women in the forest, making sure that the Fulani herders masquerading as Fulani terrorists, I should say rather, masquerading as herdsmen, have no access to our farmland, no access to Biafra land, and no access to killing our parents and our siblings when they go to farm. Because of ESN, Biafra land has enough food for our people, because they can go to farm. They are not dependent on importing food from the north or any other place. We can feed ourselves, and we have been doing that for centuries. So ESN is doing a great job, especially now that we have the agricultural project going on. They have a lot of areas to cover to ensure that our people going to farms are protected and their crops are protected, so that they can harvest them at the right time to ensure food security in our land. So I want to use this medium to appeal to everyone, both Biafrans and friends of Biafra, to continue to support these gallant men and women in the forest, protecting our land, our people, and our crops. The easiest way you can support them is to go to our website, ipob.org, and there you will see the option to donate. Or you can do that through IPOB families close to you. Contact any of our coordinators or members of IPOB, and they will direct you properly. But we need to support them, because they are doing marvelous work, even paying with their own life, because the work is very tedious and dangerous at the same time. But they are doing it anyway. These are the men that we respect, and they will be honored properly when Biafra is restored. We also want to thank the leadership of IPOB, the Directorate of State, headed by Mazi Chika, the man who knows no corruption, the man who is upright and indefatigable in his work. We want to thank him for always being there when you call him. Mazi Chika is the one who is heading the Directorate of State, and under his watch, a lot of work has been achieved, and a lot more are being achieved. He is a silent achiever, silent lion. He's very great in his work, and those who are close to him will know what I'm talking about. He prefers for you to see the results rather than talking. He doesn't talk much, but he does a lot physically that you can see. So we want to pray that Chukwuabiam will continue to sustain him as well, and sustain his deputy Mazi Rumika and the rest of the Directorate of State, who are working assiduously to ensure that every project is delivered and achieved appropriately. So thank you also to all the national coordinators all around the world, especially those in Europe under my jurisdiction. I want to thank you all for the marvelous work you've been doing to ensure that Biafra Restoration Project remains successful and afloat. Thanking also all the principal officers all over the world and family members without whom we cannot be where we are today. May Chukwu continue to bless each and every one of you and keep you alive until Biafra is restored. I want to reiterate that Biafra land is safe today because of ESN, but we still need to do more by ourselves. I'm talking about the communities in Biafra land. Following the announcement by the director of the DSS that everyone should arm him or herself because of the Fulani invasion. This is what we have been talking since 13 years now. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu went to USA to ask for support, and that those who were myopic did not understand and could not see what he saw. And they started making jest of that request. Today, they are no more laughing because the war is already at their doorsteps. So we are calling on Biafra communities, all the communities in Biafra land, to organize themselves and form a vigilante if they have not done so already, to defend your villages. ESN is doing their own, protecting us from the invasion of Fulani in the forest, but those who are inside Biafra land, those who are doing kidnapping or robbery, that will be the work of the vigilantes. Every community should set up their own vigilante and equip them. This is legal because it's coming from the head of the DSS himself. So this is very important. I believe that Biafrans will take these words seriously because no other person can tell you this truth. The whole truth and nothing but the truth. That is only on Radio Biafra you will hear such truth without mincing words. Equip yourselves and form vigilantes to protect your communities from the invasion of the Fulanis, while the ESN are doing great work to wedge them from the forests and bushes to where they're usually coming from. So we want to also lament on the illegal detention of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu once again, and the sham trial on the Federal High Court in Abuja. Nnamdi Kanu has committed no crime known to man and known to law. They should let him go and apologize to him, as many courts have already decided, including the Federal Court of Appeal in Abuja, who set Mazi Nnamdi Kanu free, discharged and acquitted, but they are still holding him back. So we give this opportunity to call on international communities and the Nigerian government itself to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu without further delay and organize a referendum to solve the issue of agitation all across the so-called Nigeria. That will be the only solution, and that is what will stop the agitation of Biafra if we fail to achieve our goal via a democratic process called referendum. So I want to thank you for your listenership once again, and I want to also now start calling on my coordinators who are with me here. Today I have about 4 coordinators who are here to disseminate information concerning their areas of jurisdiction in Europe. I will start by calling Mazi KK Oda, our coordinator in Italy, to address Biafrans. Mazi KK, if you can hear me, please take the microphone. There, we're watching it.
There was Biafrans, good evening from here. Mazi Jonathan, good evening from here. My name is Oda Keke Ugo. I'm from Ono, Biafra land. I'm the national coordinator of Italy. Mazi, before I go on, I want to thank Mazi Nnamdi. I want to still appreciate him. Only do Mazi Nnamdi. Anywhere you are, we are behind you. Onishi, we appreciate you calling us out today to come and know the importance of self-determination. I want to also appreciate the HOD, which is Mazi the self-achiever, as we call him. Mazi you are the man on these 4 years, this particular 4 years, you have been behind the scenes, behind the door, working assiduously, making sure that IPOD is together, making sure that things are moving without no looking back. I want to also to thank the Directorate of State, which is DOS, Mazi Austin, which is among them. I want to thank all of you. Your consistency is the key of anything human beings are doing. For you people to consistently pushing ahead this to understand that for us to stand firm in anything we are doing is very, very important. I really want to thank all of you in the Directorate of State for this particular point in time, these 4 years. It's not easy. It's not easy. And we have countered many enemies across the globe. But today we are standing firm to make sure that we see the end of this this battle. Omuchineke, having said that, I really want to appreciate Italy. Italy is doing wonderfully well. I want to appreciate all the coordinators in Italy, all the coordinators, even the members, because without the members, we will not have coordinators. We will not have even national coordinators. I want to really appreciate Italy family. Italy family, you people, your consistency is being seen worldwide, all over global IPOB. I want to appreciate you people to continue this particular effort. We want to wait and make sure we stand firm until only Nnamdi Kanu is out. Anything we are doing, let us not forget that being consistent, paying our monthly dues, going all the places we need to go, like as we have 30th May coming. We don't need to remind anybody about 30th May. 30th May should be something like clock, which is set in your phone or whatever. Every year you must know that it's a tax for you to do, no matter where it's being set up. So Italy family, I really want to thank and appreciate all of you. Mazi, we have a 30th May here in Milan, which is going to start by 10 o'clock in the morning. And we are going to leave the premises by 2 o'clock. Anybody that you call yourself Biafran, even people that is not Biafran, non-Biafrans, we really want to welcome all of you that day. Come around, come and know what we are doing, why we are celebrating that 30th May. Most of you pretend you don't know why the meaning of this 30th May. When you come around that day, we need to explain, and you know why we are celebrating all this 30th May every year, once in a year, not every month, once in a year. So I want you now to start now to prepare yourself to make sure you be in that 30th May in Italy on Milan. Omuchineke, another announcement I want to make worldwide, which I know the national coordinator of Germany will do say as well, is our forthcoming inauguration of office in Germany, which is 14th of next month. Why we lament on all these things now is for you to prepare yourself, to buy your ticket or prepare yourself to take permission in anywhere you are working, to make sure you come around. You know, when we gather together, it gives more joy and you scare the enemies away always, like always. Even the Nigerian government, it scared them away to see us gathering together as one family. So any effort you are going to make sure you be in Germany that particular day. You can see the flyer, you can see the inquiry lines, you call them and know how to do your own traveling down to Germany. So, Umuchineke, I really want to appreciate all the IPOB worldwide. Onye ọbụla jisie ike, you know, I always put my own as an Igbo man that Eshiwe, hey, I am since we are here, we must stand firm. Onye asụkwala na ike agwụla ya. Ike a na-agwụ nwata ngo na-eche nne ya ka o shie nri. No matter how you are very tired, you must wait for that food to be prepared. So I really want to appreciate all of you worldwide. Appreciate the leader who have made efforts to make the IPOB stand firm until this moment. So, Mazi, I want to leave it at this, and I thank you. I appreciate you as the European rep. It's not easy, but continue your good work. And then we're watching it. Thank you so much.
Mazi Kekeuda. You have delivered Biafrans. I have taken note. Thank you for also the good work you are doing in Italy. We appreciate you, and not only from the DOS, but Biafrans all over the world are seeing the work that you are doing in Italy since you took over the mantle of leadership. So, Michikoke continues to be with you, bless you, and bless IPOB Italy. Without wasting much of our time, I want to call on the next national coordinator to take the microphone in the person of Mazi Collins Chinedu, our national coordinator in Germany. Mazi Chinedu, if you can hear me, please take the floor.
Mazi, good evening. Good evening, Biafrans, friends of Biafra, and lovers of freedom. My name is Mazi Collins Chinedu. I come from Umudikenovi in Okiwe province of Biafra land, and I'm the national coordinator of IPOB Germany. I bring you greetings this evening from Hamburg, Germany, and I want to appreciate Mazi Jonathan, our host this evening, and I would like to acknowledge our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the man that we heard his voice and came out to fight alongside with him. And since we came out for this journey, we have never capitulated, and we are not ready to do so until Biafra comes. I would also like to appreciate our leadership, members of the DOS, from Mazi Chike Dozem to his deputy Mazi Nzurumike, to Mazi Abanim here, who is our European rep, Mazi Isaiah the deputy, and every other members of the DOS. We salute your courage. We salute your hard work. We salute your never die spirit, and this is the spirit of Biafra. We don't give up until we get what we are looking for. I want to, in a special way, appreciate IPOB Germany for standing firm throughout this storm since 2021. IPOB members in Germany are exceptional. Yes, the storm took some of them, but those we have now are the true people that came out to restore Biafra. It is not about the number; it is about the dedication of those who are following you. I want to also appreciate my coordinators in Germany, my executive members. You are the best. Without you, I don't know where if Germany would have survived the attack that we got after the kidnap of our leader, both from within and inside. But by the grace of God, we were able to surmount those attacks. As we all know, 30th of May is a day that we've set aside to honor and remember the spirit of those who fought for us to be alive today, 1967 to 1970. This we started honoring them since 2014, and we have never stopped since then. And this year will not be different. Germany, IPOB Germany is going to the city of Cologne this year, and we are going to Bundesamt für, Bundesamt für Verfassungsschutz. It is. I don't know it is the ministry that is in charge of their protecting their constitution. I don't know how it is called, but that is just the simplest interpretation, you know. So because a lot of people don't know what Nigeria has been doing in Germany. Germany is a hotspot for Nigeria. They know that Germany is the headquarters of IPOB, and they are really working very hard here to destroy IPOB. It is not everything that we are doing that we're coming out to tell Biafrans, but we are really working very hard here to neutralize every of their plans. So we are going to the Verfassungsschutz to go and tell them that IPOB is never a terrorist organization, that we are the oppressed people. We are the oppressed people, and we have the right to agitate for our freedom. You cannot tell me that you are not seeing the killings that is happening in Nigeria. Everybody is crying in Nigeria today. The headsmen, the Fulani terrorists masquerading as headsmen, are killing people everywhere in Nigeria. And it is very, very annoying that this world, these people that call themselves Western world, they will see all these things and still entertain people coming to tell them that those defending themselves are terrorists. It is a hypocrisy of the highest order. So we are going to tell them in Cologne that we are not terrorists. We are the oppressed people, and we have the right to cry. We have the right to agitate for our freedom. If you love killers, why are you not allowing terrorists to live with you in Germany? If you find out that somebody is a terrorist, you would deport the person or put the person in prison. But you want us to live in Nigeria with terrorists. So that we're not going to accept, because we are also human beings like you. So we are gathering at the premises of the Bundesverfassungsschutz in Cologne. The address is Marienstrasse, number 100. The postcode is 50765 Cologne, Germany, and the time is 11 to 2 p.m. So I invite every Biafran in Germany and non-Biafrans alike to come out in mass to support us that day in Cologne. And another announcement that I want to make here today is about the inauguration of our office in Bremen. Just as Mazi KK pointed out, we have gotten a befitting office for Germany. For IPOB worldwide, a befitting office for IPOB worldwide. IPOB is a worldwide movement, and we deserve the best. We cannot settle for least. Biafrans will be proud to see their new office. So we are inviting every Biafran across the world to come to Germany on that day, 14th of June, which is next month, and we are going to meet at the office premises. That is where the event is going to start. The official inauguration will be by by 11 o'clock or so, or 2 o'clock, I forgot. The flyers, all the informations are on the flyers. And then after the official inauguration, that is official opening, we'll be heading to the event hall where we'll have the town hall meeting, and members of the DOS will be there, including Mazi, Chika Idoziem. So, and for people coming from every part of the world, Bremen has an airport. And then, but if you can't find a cheap flight for Bremen, you can use alternative airports. We have Hanover, which is about 1 hour by train from Bremen, and also we have Hamburg. It's also about 1 hour by train to Bremen. So if you find a cheaper flight in either of these airports, you can use it, because in case you don't find a cheaper flight coming to Bremen. So, and in the flyers, you will see the contacts of those to contact. These people are on ground. Mazi Emeka Anyora, the northern regional coordinator, and then Mazi Gaius Power, the Bremen coordinators. Their contacts are on the telephone. I mean, on the flyers. So I want to talk briefly about the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu going on in court. It's a shame that even the DSS director has asked Nigerians to defend themselves, because the security, I mean, the military and the police, I mean, are overwhelmed. They can't defend you. So, and it is laughable that this was what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said that made them to arrest him. So is it? I mean, I think this is even enough a point for the defense counsel to really strike out this case, because everything they are accusing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu of is talking about defending yourself, and the DSS boss has said defend yourself. So what is the difference between what he said and what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has been shouting years back? So I don't see this as a trial. It's just they are just buying time, because they know that they are afraid of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, because they know that if Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is coming out, he's coming out with Biafra. That is why they are still keeping him there. But our people say one day Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has no case to answer, and hopefully is coming out to join us very, very soon. I want to also talk about the agricultural project that is going agricultural project that is going on in Biafra land. We've talked about, we know that Nigeria is finished. There is no food in Nigeria, so we want to farm for ourselves. We want to produce enough food for ourselves. That is why it's important we support this leadership who came up with this idea that we must feed our people. We must support to feed our people, because you can't be fighting for freedom without also having a plan for you to feed yourself. And that is what this leadership, initiated, and we need to support them. We need to support ESN, who are the people defending our farms and defending our land. Without them, I don't think by now Fulani terrorists would have overrun us. So, but it's painful that a lot of people don't know the job that the IPOB and ESN are doing in Biafra land. Sometimes I look at our people as people who don't have brain. You see that every other region are forming securities. They are forming their own security. Even now, we have vigilantes everywhere in Igbo land. But this is what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu saw. Asked Igbo governors to give us our own security outfit. They refused. And when we formed it, now everybody now is forming their own. So Biafrans, we should support ESN, because without ESN, I'm telling you, we are gone. So I think I am done with all the points that I've listed here, and I really want to appreciate and encourage our people. Don't get weary, don't get tired. We are close to our destination. If Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not coming out without anything, he must come out with something for us, because you cannot keep him for 4 years and then say sorry for keeping you, go home. No, it doesn't happen. It doesn't work that way. You must. He is coming out with something, so we should stand in solidarity with him, and make sure that we support this struggle. Pay your dues, support ESN, and pay whatever is expected of us. I want to encourage all of you to keep on keeping on. Mazi Abanim, I thank you very much for giving me this opportunity, and I also thank Mazi Jonathan. Keep up the good work. Thank you very much, Mazi. Ndewo.
Ndewo, Mazi Chinedu, Ndewo. You have said it all already. You have hit all the points that are really relevant in our struggle, especially the security issue. The security issue in our land. Biafra land is better off than other parts of the zoo where the Fulanis are feasting on people's blood, such as Benue, Plateau, Southern Kaduna, Niger, and the rest of them, where they are sacking villages and occupying their land and renaming it. The next thing they will do is to put the emir. When they put the emir, it's finished. Same way they captured Ilorin by the betrayal of Afonja. That's what they want to do every part of Nigeria, because they believe is their God-given estate. But we all know that Fulanis are not even indigenous to that geographical space called Nigeria. Fulani is a visitor, is a foreigner, but they managed to step into politics, and the rest is history. But Biafra land will remain Biafra land. There's no human being who will be able to take our land as long as this IPOB lives. Without IPOB, they can do that, yes. But as long as IPOB exists, as long as ESN is in the forest, our land should be safe. So let us work together and support this effort, and make sure that in no distant time, we are going to go home for good. Biafra is coming. Nnamdi Kanu will be released, as we have already said, up to time, that he committed no crime known to law. Nigerian government is the one that committed crime against him by going all the way to Kenya to kidnap an innocent man, because he was asking for the freedom of his people. And that's why we are standing by him. We are not going anywhere. So thank you, Mazi, for the announcement you have made, and I believe Biafrans have taken note, especially our inauguration of a new office in Germany. We expect all Biafrans to troop up on the 14th of June. All roads should lead to Bremen, Germany on the 14th. Ndewo, Mazi. Without wasting much time, let me call on the next coordinator to speak. It is in our coordinator in Ireland, Mazi Charles Mba. Mazi, the floor is yours. Take up the microphone and address Biafrans, if you can hear me. Mazi Charles Mba, our coordinator in Ireland.
All right, Mazi. Mazi Abanyam Dewo. Can you hear me?
Yes, Mazi, go ahead.
Okay. Good evening, Biafrans over the world. Good morning and good afternoon. Depends on your time zone. My name is Mazi Charles Mba. I am originally from Okigwe, Ipob Okigwe, Imo State, Biafra land. And I'm serving the indigenous people of Biafra as a national coordinator here in Ireland. Thank you, Mazi Abanyim, and your deputy Mazi Azayova, and Mazi Jonathan Ndewo for all your efforts. And thank you all for your, standing firm at this critical time. I want to thank my officers here in Ireland. If I may call their name, Mazi CJ Duru, Mazi Philip Omubiko, Mazi Philip Omubiko, Mazi our Secretary Chukwemeka, our PRO Charles Ibebugo, Peter Ewuzie, and Mazi Chimezie, CJ Mazi Duru, and Limerick Zone, Mazi Churchill, and our only woman coordinator, which is Okamaka, and Benjamin, and many others. I don't know if I forget any, but Ireland, these guys, why I'm calling their name, they stood their ground, because we faced a lot of conflicts here in Ireland during the time that the war started, these infiltrators. But I thank you, Kabiama, that we have such members, such officers, and Mazi come as well, yes. I thank all of them that they stood their ground, and none of them was moved. I thank also our able leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, wherever he is. I pray that his spirit will connect with our own spirit, because we are with him. We are solidly behind him. And we pray that God who have given him the strength and kept him in that place up till now, will continue to fight for him until his release. What the zoo doing in the court shows that they have nothing to say. They are just disgracing themselves. They are just bringing their country, Nigeria, down day by all these things. The Nnamdi Kanu case is a world case. People are interested. And look at the kind of things that they are talking, and the kind of evidence, everything they are bringing. These people have no shame. But because they don't want to believe, he said he will defeat them in their own court. But we just leave that to God. Let God take all the glory. Chukwu Akabiama, who sent him, our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, will bring him out safely. Not by the power of man, by the power of the Almighty God, he will come out. So wherever he is, I pray that he remains strong. And then we are stronger, and the more we go, the more stronger we became. Because like I was saying, yes, when they kidnapped him first, there was a bit of shutdown of everything. A lot of people disengaged, a lot of people sleep off, a lot of people, a lot of things happened. While that was going on in Ireland, we are going through another kind of insubordination and attack. Things were happening left and right. We are just battling. That's why I was calling the name of these our coordinators who stood their ground. And because we know what it means to fight for freedom, we have seen sorry, let me not use that proverb now. I can't remember. If I have not gone to army, what I've seen people who have gone to army, to the military. So we know, we have read some of us and see what it takes for freedom fighting. And we tighten up our belts. We trust our leadership. We trust Mazi Chikedoziem. May God bless him and all his cabinet. He know all of them. China Samoru and yourself, Mazi Abayem, Mazi Azayoba, and many others, Mazi Ofoma. Name them all. These are selected men. They are working. They stand the test of time. When people were thinking that they are going to shake, they are going to, because always they say when you capture the shepherd, and then the sheep will run away. That was their aim. So when they sent the infiltrators to come in, the Bible said that the thief only cometh to steal, to destroy, and to kill. Yes, they did. They killed people, and they tried to destroy IPOB, but they couldn't. Instead, they destroyed themselves. And today, many of them are in shame. They now cannot be able to believe the kind of mess they put themselves by what they believe and what they listen to. Because a lot of them glue themselves on YouTube, forgetting the instruction Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said. If it's not from Radio Biafra, don't believe it. In this our agitation, if it's not from Radio Biafra, don't believe it. They departed, all of them went to YouTube and go there and start listening to content creators and gossipers, people who tells them what they want to hear, not the truth. But today, some of them are disgraced, some are in shame, some, I pity them because I know some people who were just deceived just because of, I don't know, I can say, low self-esteem, or somebody they feel they cannot stand on their own, they're looking for somebody, and the person they are relying on deceived them. So such people as well, I pity them in that situation because they are in the middle, they don't know what to do. But IPOB is for all of us. But what I want to say is that if we want Biafra, which all of us we want Biafra, we must support the leadership. We must stand with Chikedoziem. He's not asking you to come and romance him, to give him a kiss, give him a hug. All he wants from you is your loyalty, your support, and your commitment. As a Biafra, somebody who knows what he's doing, that you have to stand, whether somebody is seeing you or nobody is seeing you, you stand your ground. Believe that you believe that Biafra must come. Fight in any corner, in every angle, whatever you can use to support, to make this Biafra come. You do it. Anything that is positive. Because we are not going back. We are not going back. We must continue to move forward. That is our ideology. That we are moving forward until Biafra comes. Nnamdi Kanu said it. It's either he's lowered on the grave or that Biafra is restored. We, all of us, we followed. When he started calling on the radio, we heard his voice and we all joined. And we followed everything he said. And because what he said is truth. What he was preaching is truth. You don't need another interpretation on it. We know, like Mazi said, Fulani are strangers. But they managed to get into the houses through religion. And they captured them. And from there, they introduced them to politics. Today, they are the leaders. It's a shame, actually, to Nigerians. It's a shame when I remember that, because a lot of people don't know what they did, the damage they did to themselves and to Biafra. That today, in that place called Nigeria, that anything you want to do in politics, you must first go to Sokoto. You go and take permission from the caliphate. A stranger in your land, you have to go and take permission before you should come in. Our even traditional rulers go there. Even if it's a local government chairman, you want to contest, you go there so that they will put their incantation and everything, change you to whatever you become a different demon, and then they bring you back to your whatever state you are contesting. You don't know what they have done to you. Because our leader said that these people are normals. They are not. Some of them are human beings. They are not. They are half human and half. No, some of them are not really. It's Nigeria. That is where they are living a real life. They live in the bushes. They sleep in the bushes. They live like the animals before. But Nigeria has made them king. The land of Nigeria, they call it, have made them kings. Now, you don't know the kind of charm and everything they bring to themselves. That's why people go there. In a developed world today, people don't go to people's house for any official appointment. They meet either in a hotel or any place. But in Nigeria, you must go and bow down to caliphate. Where if you want to become president, you want to become governor, you want to become councillor, house of everything, you must go there for them to dip you into their shrine and bring you out. They are going to swallow Nigeria, except Biafra, because their fear, why they are holding our leader, is because Nnamdi Kanu understand their game and they expose them from time, let me say on time, because if not the ESN, Biafra land would have been like Benue, and because that's their target, it would have been like Benue or Plateau, other places. But now when they remember that they have them ESN who are armed in the bush, that's why they cannot come, because they don't come in open air, in broad daylight. They come nighttime through the bush, and because we have ESN, they are afraid. That's why we are still alive. That's why we are still breathing. Thank God for the leadership of IPOB. Thank God that Nnamdi Kanu is there. Thank God for everybody. And when I'm talking about, for people who don't understand, let me say this. The leadership, the DOS, is like a church setting when you have a men's meeting. Men's meeting, there must be a men's leader in that church, not the pastor. Pastor is there or the reverend is there. He's a member of that men's meeting because he's a man. But there is a leader there who stands in absence of that church, of the minister or the pastor. The men's leader organizes and look after their affairs. That is what Chikedozem is doing. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, if he's out, he's a member of DOS, but he's not the head of DOS. Chikedozem is the head of DOS. Whether you like it or not, that is where he stands. Until Biafra comes. And let me tell you, Biafra comes, Chikedozem will only occupy one position. If he wants to, he will only occupy one position. We have groups of thousands of military. We have thousands in immigration. We have thousands in police. We have thousands in every department. Then civil servant, other House of Assembly, House of Senate, everything. Chikedozem cannot be all day. Nnamdi Kanu cannot be all day. Akwanyem cannot be all day. Azai cannot be all day. Of course, Former cannot be all day. All of them, they will only occupy only one position. What of the rest is for all of us. It's for all the whole Biafrans to get themselves into their own field. So why not us together? Forget about who is the leader now. Where is he coming from? What is his educational background? What is his family? What can he do? Is he not good enough to be my leader? That is rubbish. All we want is to get Biafra. So all of us should forget about all those nonsense that doesn't help us. People, you are killing yourself when you continue to fight the leadership. You are destroying your own future if you don't know, because some of these content creators are still young people. You are destroying your own future, which is this Biafra. Because if we stop, you are gone. If we stop what you are doing, if Chikedozem resign today and nobody wants to take over, we are gone. So you are destroying your own future by targeting and posting anything against the DOS. Talking against the DOS, it cannot help us. So I'm just saying this because some of us are not, intelligent enough. Some of us are not wise enough to use the right word when they want to come. They want to say, if they criticize the DOS, the world will clap for them. Only the infiltrators will clap for you. Only the Fulanis will clap for you. Only those enemies will clap for you. But the real Biafran, who knows what he wants, what she wants, will never clap for you. So you are wasting your time. Mazi, I would just want to say thank you so much. And let me say a little bit on our 30th of May 30th celebration. I want to use the opportunity to invite the IPOB Island and the Igbo Union and all Biafrans in Ireland and the lovers of freedom, those who like and support what we are doing, that on the 30th, which is Friday of this month, we are going to gather at Garden of Remembrance. The name even match what we are doing. They call it Garden of Remembrance, on Panel Street, Dublin. So that is where we are going to gather by 10 a.m. So from there, we start calling names and saying prayers. Before now, we can move to GPO. So everyone is invited. There is no Biafran that doesn't love that didn't lose anybody during the war. Father, son, brother, uncle, nephew, everything needs. People lost people. We lost a lot. So you don't say it's only for IPOB members. You mustn't be a registered member before you come and remember your fallen heroes and heroines. So I'm inviting all our people, the old Igbos and Biafrans in general who lives in Ireland, meet us 10 a.m. at Garden of Remembrance, Panel Street, behind Mater Hospital, something like that. So I don't live in Dublin, so that's why. So you come there, you will get us. Soon our flyer will come out, and then you can get everything. And the contact, you can also get it on that flyer if you read through it. So that is for that this thing. And I plead for all of us, your ignorance or your withdrawal from supporting ESN is also damaging the struggle. Is you're not doing us a good at all. So please continue your support. I'm calling especially those who are not members. Igbo Union is not IPOB that owns Biafra. All the Igbo Union Island, Biafra, ESN is for all of us. Your villages are being monitored and, by ESN. What is your contribution? What are you doing? Only celebrating chief, this chief, the other chief. That doesn't help us. Forget about all those ego and whatever you are dragging. Let us support the ESN and give them what they need to defend our land. Your village, some people are still going to farm is because of the ESN. That's if not, they would have run over everywhere because that's their target. So I'm encouraging all of us to please pay your attention to what we are doing, your support, and then support the ESN. So Mazi, let me jump into the insecurity that is going on in our land. I think I still have maybe a few minutes. And before I say this, in case if I touch anything religion, I'm a member of Assemblies of God before I traveled from number 5 Emole, Port Harcourt. Our Reverend, if he's still alive now, C.C. Amadi and C. Amadi, the second Reverend. So you can know that I am there. I was there and I'm still, even in Ireland, I still meet a church, close to Assemblies of God, the same place. So when I talk, you don't think maybe I'm not. But what I want to say is when we're talking about the insecurity, apart from what we are seeing from other people, my message mainly is for the churches. The churches are the ones that I'm blaming because in the recent Mazi, let Njakri go back. Let Njakri go back. Which means let's face the reality. Can a shepherd stand without anything, weapon to protect the sheep? Because here when reverend, when pastors, yes. In Ebola and Akwaha, onyo zaturu, yes. Ibakana zaturu. Are you with anything? Because your position is even enough to qualify you to have a licensed arm with you in the church. Because you are leaving people in open for destruction. There is no security at the door. There is nobody to guide them. You all gathered and close eyes and pray while the enemy, God forbid, when they come, remember, the church includes father, mother, and children, family. When it's other places where it happens, some families are wiped out. Why is our churches, our members, our reverends and pastors, why can't they have their own? What is their arm? What do they have in their hand to protect those sheep in their hand? Because every church, as it is now, is supposed to have their own guards, even pets. Or if they have volunteers who can do that, you arm them with anything you can arm them. It mustn't be gun, but knife. Because sometimes all these people come with only cutlass, knife, only machete they have, and the whole village will run away because nobody is prepared. Our villages are not prepared. Young men will come in the evening after they have labor, they want to go and drink. Both the person, the beer parlor, all those guys there. There is no single arm. There's no single knife there. There's nothing protection around them. They are just living like nothing is happening. I'm just saying to remind a lot of people, because in any angle, remember, they are not shouting it, defend yourself. How are you defending yourself? Not everybody to carry gun. When I was small, my father, they have what is called, why they have their knife? Around the West is there. But they have another stick. My father, they used to have another stick going to farm. That stick up to like 15 inch to round. Even if they are coming in front of you, you go up the other side of the road, because it's another weapon. Only stick, but nail it round. It's another weapon for defense. You mustn't go and look for. You don't have money for gun. What of your cutlass? What of your machete? What of ordinary stick? Do you have it when walking around, moving around? People show you. You have to show yourself that you are ready. If a Fulani man, anybody, all those terrorists, if they come and see somebody standing in the front of the church, 2 people or 4 standing in front of the church with anything, even stick, with that nail around it or knife, they will not attack them. If they are coming into a village and see that people are prepared with something, they will not attack them. Then people will go. How can you go and sleep when you know that everywhere is everywhere is not good? And I'm also calling those who are rich in those villages, please lighten up. God has blessed the world now with the solar. You don't need to wait for NEPA. You have money in your village. Go and give them light. Put even 2, all those hidden places. Put up lights. Lighten up your town, your villages, so that is part of security. So that you can see people from afar. And then villages organize people to guide them over the night. Some will sleep and wake up, others will be watching. You don't leave yourself empty-handed. These people are evil. Biafra land is so important for them. But before they do it, systematically, as they are killing people, other ones will run away. That is how they copy from the colonial masters when they came in. What they did was they killed the giants, those who can fight against them. And then the rest, they give them warrant chief. That's why everyone now want chieftaincy. We are one chief. So please, let us, in every Injakri, go back. Let us be real in what we are doing and know that everywhere there is danger in every corner. Don't say this other village is not my village. Don't say this other church is not my church. It might come there. Start now thinking, you as a pastor, you as a reverend father, what do you have to protect those sheep that you are gathering? Because sometimes do you know that some of our youth today in the churches, they cannot even kill chicken. If you give them, they'll be shaking hands because they have been turned the Bible upside down against them. Telling them, oh, you don't want to share blood. You don't want to share, but they are sharing your own blood on every street. They are sharing your own blood. Pastors, let me ask you again. What did David, God said that David is a man after my heart. David fought war to keep the kingdom of God upright, to keep the kingdom of God powerful, to keep the kingdom of God alive. Who have you conquered as a minister? Who have you conquered as a pastor? You conquered only the members to bring offering and tithe. That's all you conquered. What did Jehoshaphat did? What did David did? What did Jehoshaphat did? What did Gideon did? Even Deborah, what did they did? What did Saul did? What did all these people? When you are preaching about them, what did they do? They conquered the Jebusite, all the Hosite and the Jebusite and Mobusite. All these things they conquered. What have you conquered to make God happy? God will look at you as a minister, as a pastor, and say, you are the man that I want. I place you there. But the people that gather and come there, you leave them vulnerable, open to die, without protection. You yourself, you run faster than some of our mothers in the church because you are younger, maybe. So when you see the enemy, you run faster than them. Instead of lifting up your own something, whatever you have, an arm to protect them. As a good shepherd lay down his life for his sheep. You are onye ọzụzụ atụrụ, onye ọzụzụ atụrụ. Ka ihe ije echekwa atụrụ ahụ ị na-azụ. Anaka nkịtị, eji Bible echekwa ndị atụrụ. Bible is for you to learn, to widen your knowledge. But physically, when the war comes, a Yoruba pastor said, I will put the Bible aside and lift up my gun. So I challenge all the pastors and ministers and the villages to do more about this insecurity. Because Biafra is their target, but we will not get it because we are stronger than them and we're going to do better. God bless you, Mazi. Thank you so much for giving me this time. May God bless all Biafrans worldwide, and we'll talk again next time. Thank you.
Ndewo Mazi, you have said it the way it is, and I believe our people have a great deal of lessons to learn tonight in our dissemination. Thank you, Mazi. Especially the issue of insecurity. We need to really hammer it so that our people will hear, because they take a lot of time to listen to important messages like this. So we need to really hammer it until it enter into their skull that we need to protect our land and our people. There, Mazi. Well done. I would like to call on the next coordinator waiting. Our coordinator in Belgium, Mazi Francis Nnamdi. If you can hear me, please, Mazi, take the microphone and address Biafrans. Mazi. Please go ahead. Ndewo.
Mazi. Good evening, Biafrans and lovers of freedom. I greet you all. My name is Mazi Francis Nnamdi, representing Belgium as Caretaker National Coordinator. Biafrans, it is a privilege to be on this Hello platform, Radio Biafra. Mazi Jonathan Chinedu, I greet you. Mazi, you have done wonderful in this radio, and Biafrans are so happy on what you are doing, and we hope you will continue to shine as we go on. I greet our leader, Nnamdi Kanu, Madike one of Biafra land. I greet you, Mazi Chike Dozium, and all members of DOS. I greet you especially Mazi Abanyim, our European representative. Mazi, you have done well, because Europe is the heart of this struggle. And we continue to support you in all you do and your family as well. Lolo Uchechi Gebe Anyamutoto Okukano, our great, I greet you, our First Lady. You were a warrior. Between IPOP and India, we are ever grateful to you for all you do and all your support to this leadership, without minding all the difficulties we are going through. My greetings goes to all coordinators in Europe and around the world for your steadfastness. My greetings to IPOP Belgium for your die-hard attitude. All national, all coordinators, all executive, and all my principal officers, I greet you all. Dear friends, IPOP Belgium is doing well. We are up and running after a very long fight with Nigerian government-sponsored infiltrators, agents, provocateurs, auto-criminals who use Belgium as their capital. They are now being defeated, never to rise again. There was a time the auto-criminals organized a video call conference for someone to speak with all Igbo Union members here in Belgium. It was this leadership, when they heard about it, they went into action to make sure that it never took place. Biafrans, please, let us appreciate this leadership of IPO, the DOS, for their insight, wisdom, a wonderful job well done by protecting this great family of IPO from all kinds of evil plots from Nigerian government. Today, IPOP is waxing stronger than ever. Indeed, DOS our wives. Mazi, I need to appreciate the leadership of IPOB for all the wonderful job they have been doing in protecting this leadership, in protecting the heart and the heart and well done of IPOB. Look, it is a privilege to be one of the members who have been fighting, protecting, and hanging in there to make sure that IPOB did well, both here in Europe and all around the world. Biafrans, we have to support ESN. ESN is our last line of defense. We must support them. Very importantly, they are doing well. And about our 30th May Mazi, here in Brussels, we are having our 30th May at EU Parliament. And I'm also using this opportunity to invite all the Igbo Union members to be with us that day. It has to be a day that we have to make sure that we remember our fallen heroes, those who fight so that we may live. It's very important that all of us will come up that day to support our fallen heroes. It's also important to make sure that talking about the agricultural project, it's also amazing that in Biafra land today, a lot has been going on and people are doing well to make sure that we have excess food in order to take care of our people. And which is very, very great, which people are turning up to make sure that it took place. Again, I want to look at those who are being defeated by this leadership of DOS, which is very, very important for we to know that we have fought very hard. The likes of Madam Eriwa, the mall inside the DOS, providing information to the enemy. The likes of Madam Bridget Ogaf, the silent killer, who was on Radio Biafra calling this great leadership the danger wage. Madam Oyibo, the politician, who tried to buy Onion off with her 100,000 donation, which never took place. Madam Azuka, which tried to shame Mazi Chikedozium and IPOB to the world by turning what's supposed to be a secret meeting to TV show via Facebook, without knowing that IPOB, we don't lie, we say nothing, we don't lie in IPOB, we stead fast with the truth. And much Chikedozium, Bomwa Chineke. The likes of Madam Neda Ofebu, Madam Elohim, who said that Elohim has told her that the Biafrans has rejected DOS. These are the kind of fight that IPOB fight. This leadership fought very well to make sure that all these evil men were all defeated. Biafrans, we can remember words of our leader Nnamdi Kanu, that it will take you 175 years to get into the foundation of IPOB, and another 60 years to destroy it. They have tried and failed as well. In one of his last broadcasts on Radio Biafra, before he was kidnapped and forceful rendition to Nigeria, he said they are going to buy a lot of you off, that he's not begging you not to be bought over. But that won't stop Biafra from coming. And that's what we are hoping, and that's what we are fighting for. We'll make sure that Biafra will come. He even said, even not in a million years, that Biafra must come. Because it's a time to separate the wheat from the shaft. Mazi, I greet all Biafrans worldwide for listening to us today and hoping that we will have to come together to fight, to make sure that we come up fighting and make sure that we win the day as we move forward, to make sure that at the end of the day, the Biafra land will be a place of glory. Talking about the court case that is going on in Abuja Court, in Abuja High Court, Mazi, it is a shame on all what have been playing out in the court. All Mazi Nnamdi Kanu says, all the prophecy that he prophesies, they have all come to stay. It is the same thing that the director of DAS is also saying, that that everybody, citizens, have to defend themselves. The same thing that General Theophilus Danjuma was saying, that the army has colluded, that citizens have to defend themselves. And that is what ESN is doing. That is why ESN is our last line of defense. We must do everything possible to make sure that ESN is supported financially. Not only members of IPOB, we also calling to Biafrans all over the world to come up to support ESN. We can see what is happening today in Nigeria. We can see what is happening. From Yoruba land to Benue to Plateau, there are killings happening everywhere. But in Biafra land, it is quite very cool, and people are doing well. Our mothers, our fathers are going to farm. It is now a rainy season. We will do everything possible to make sure that we supported our men who are doing everything possible, living in the forest, not coming out, not seeing their brother, their sisters, their wives, their children, in order to make sure that the Biafra land is protected. These people need our support. We will do everything possible to make sure that our support gets to them. It is very, very important. And as we move on, I wish Biafrans all around the world to keep on keeping on, that the fight is not still over, that we are getting there. At the end of the day, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu must be free, and we must get Biafra. Because it's nothing Biafra or nothing else, as Mazi Nnamdi Kanu says. Mazi for keeping us and making sure that Europe is very, very, is working and moving on smoothly. Mazi.
There were Mazi Nnapute. You have said it all from a different angle, and it is always good to remember and recall the many battles we have fought and conquered. We have surmounted all the obstacles thrown in our way, especially for the past 4 years when they came to attack us from within and from without. And today we are victorious, and our enemies are hiding now, hiding their faces in shame, because they never expected it to happen. But we have maintained it. We have said it optic times that the IPOB is a divine project. Biafra Restoration Project is divine, is not human. So only when you try and fail, you realize that we are not just making mouth. We are saying it the way it is. We make bold to say that no one can destroy IPOB. The enemies are shameful. You don't hear about them anymore. They were all sponsored to come and cause confusion and disaffection and division in this hallowed movement. But alas, we are still here, and we are marching on unapologetically forward without looking back. So thank you, Mazi, for the angle you have delivered your message from, and we are glad you are here with us tonight. I have to tell Biafrans all over the world that we are going to come again on Saturday. Another batch of coordinators in Europe are coming because Europe remains the backbone of IPOB struggle. It is the cradle of IPOB and remains the backbone. Despite all the shenanigans and the subterfuge of the enemies, we have remained consistent. We have remained unshakable. We have remained unperturbed. And we will continue to remain resolute and fight this battle to the end. So another batch of coordinators will be coming on Saturdays, and same place, same time, to deliver their message to our people. This is the month of remembrance. May is the month of remembrance when Biafra was launched and when we remember our heroes who fought and died that we may live. So this is very important for us. It's a very holy month that we remember those who paid the ultimate price for us to live. So thank you so much, each and every one of you who have made out time to join this program tonight, and those who listen to us, I will thank you. The listenership, Biafrans all over the world. Our promise that we are not going to recapitulate, we are not going to retreat or surrender. We are going to continue pushing forward in truth and honesty, but without mercy. Yeah, because there is no place for complacency. We are going to be proactive. We are going to do what is necessary to do to make sure that our enemies know that we can bite. We are not any pushover. If we are pushovers, we cannot be here today. So we are promising you that we are going to do whatever necessary to make sure that our struggle is successful in the end. And our leader, most important thing, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, should be released unconditionally. And the Zoo government should apologize to him for wasting his time and infringement of his fundamental human right. All those things, not only even the apology they should render for the Biafra war, for the millions of Biafrans they killed, they have even not done that. The deception after the war, no victor, no vanquished. They deceived Biafrans, making false promises. They took all our money in the bank and gave those who have some money in the bank only 20 pounds. Those who have no money in the bank got nothing. At the same time, they started to kill our people even as we speak. So there's no way Nigeria should be anything for Biafrans to lean on. Nigeria was not constituted to succeed. It was a scam. Nigeria was the first scam that we experienced in Africa. It is a business enterprise of Britain, and it continues to be that. Until you change that name and take your original name, you will continue to be the slave to the slave master. So Biafrans are rising up to take what is ours, and nothing can stop us. It is just a matter of time, and we shall get there. So I want to thank Biafrans all over the world once again, especially those in Europe who are making it happen, continue to do the good work, remain resolute, remain unperturbed and undistracted, because the journey will not take too long anymore. Mazi Jonathan Chinedu, thank you once again for hosting us tonight. Thank you for the good work you are doing in the place of our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, making sure that our people are being informed, being educated, and being enlightened. This is the precursor for our independence, because without education, if you restore Biafra without educating our people, it will become the same Nigeria we are trying to run away from. So thank you for the education on daily basis on this platform, and other radio presenters who are doing the same thing. May Chukwu come to bless each and every one of you. Bless Biafra and bless Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I think we are going to call it a day for now. Mazi Jonathan, thank you so much. And from me from here, it is good night from Switzerland. All hail Biafra.
Almost Hail Biafra. Thank you very much, Mazi Abanyum, and all the coordinators that partook in this program. Biafrans and lovers of freedom, as you may know, we are on our holy month. Let me put it like that. That is the month in which we recognize the legacy, the works of our heroes, those that pay the ultimate price, those people that give selfless services. We remember them. Therefore, thank you for listening. From me, Mazi Jonathan Chinedu, from here, it is simply good evening.